What's up, beauties? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a little heart to heart. We're going to do a mix of deep and random get to know me questions. I realized that I never really introduced myself on YouTube. I just kind of started posting videos, which is cool, but like weird. So today, we're going to fix that. You guys are going to get to know me just a little bit more. Feel free to drop in the comments your own answers to the questions that I'm going to answer, and we'll see if we have anything in common. All right, without further ado, let's just get right into these questions. Okay, so we're going to start with something kind of easy, and we're going to talk about my guilty pleasures. I have two. I have a food one, and then I have like a TV one. My food guilty pleasure, Little Debbie's Cosmic Brownies. I don't care. I will always eat them. I will always love them. I don't want to know what they're made of, okay? So if you know what they're made of, do not tell me. And even if you do, I don't think I would care. I would still eat them. They are my favorites. And then my TV guilty pleasure, any like early to mid like 2000s TV show, particularly the hour-long dramas. I'm talking Gilmore Girls, The OC, Gossip Girl. Like those are my jam. I love those shows so much. What is a hill I will absolutely die on? Don't judge me, but we didn't go to the moon. And I'm not going to expand on that. I'm just going to say that, and we're going to leave that there. Okay, next, a random niche interest that I could talk about for hours. Ooh, this one changes a little bit, but there was a time where I could tell you everything about those bad black movies on Tubi. Me and my husband, we were going through a rough spot emotionally, not like with each other. And our like thing is to watch a bad movie, like the movie that's so bad it circles back around to being funny. And Tubi has the best ones. Okay, we got to the point where we were recognizing the actors who were in multiple movies. We were recognizing production companies, the names of the director. Like we were locked in, and I could give you the plot of all of those movies. It was a vibe, it was a time, and I could have gone on and on about it for literally hours. Okay, if my life had a soundtrack, what would the current theme song be? Ooh, okay, this one honestly is a little niche as well, and it's kind of a little sad, not gonna lie, but I think my theme song would be After Today from a Goofy movie. If you haven't, first of all, if you have not seen a Goofy movie, get off of YouTube and go on to Disney Plus and watch it. It is one of the greatest Disney movies ever made. After Today is the title song, and Max is just like, the last line is like, I wish that this was the day after today. And that is honestly how I feel a lot of the days. Like, I like my life. I do. My life is lovely. It's great. It's wonderful. But there are a lot of things that make me just want to skip ahead. I'm like, can we just get to tomorrow already? And that's not like the best way to look at life, but it's where I'm at right now. So After Today from a Goofy movie, totally my theme song right now, which leads me to one thing I'm trying to unlearn, and I am trying to unlearn this desire to always get to tomorrow. Or even sometimes I will look back to the past a little bit more than I want to, and like think back on like better times, blah blah blah. But I have a really hard time like staying in the present, staying in the moment. And I do feel like that's a perspective issue. I think it's a me thing. I think it's a how I'm looking at things. So I am trying to unlearn that habit. Okay, what has been my biggest life pivot or plot twist so far? All right, y'all, we're going into the deep end. I have had 4 miscarriages, and I don't think that anyone expects to have a miscarriage, especially like I don't have PCOS, I don't have endometriosis. I have gotten all of my things checked out, and all of the doctors have always said like everything looks good, like you should be able to get pregnant and carry to term. And so because they were confused, I was confused and was like, if my stuff looks so normal, why doesn't my body work? Hello. And it has just been a rough 5 years for me and my husband. It was the curveball that I could not have seen coming at all. Let's see, what's a moment that shaped me more than I expected. Probably, okay, there are like big ones, right? Like getting married, getting pregnant, miscarrying, all of that. But I think the moment that I like actually surrendered to Christ as an adult completely changed everything for me. And I knew it would change everything, but I guess I didn't know how. And it's been maybe 4 or 5 years that I've been like, for real, like, no, I'm a real Christian now. Because I grew up in church, but like, when you grow up in church, sometimes you don't really know what you're doing, honestly. And it's not that people weren't like explaining it to me, like I just like wasn't all the way in. And now that I'm like all the way in, I'm like, oh wow, this is a ride that I am on. I love it. It's a lot, but I love it. Okay, how do I define home? I feel like that's a hard one. So I'm from California, and so like when I do think of home, I do think of like the house that I grew up in, and like going home, and like I don't need Apple Maps to get around. Like I know where everything is. So I guess for me, home is a sense of knowing, a sense of familiarity, of not feeling lost or confused, feeling safe, feeling secure. Like that is home. Ooh, what do I wish more people asked me about? This one's so hard because in a way, I wish that more people asked me about my experiences with miscarriage, but I also like don't like talking about it. So I'm also like, please don't ask me. But there is like, it's hard because I know I need to talk about it more, but I don't want to talk about it more. So that's, I don't know. But I guess if you were a stranger and you like asked me about my miscarriages, I would be like, you're weird. Please leave me alone. Ooh, what's my ideal version of success right now? Being able to pay all my bills, which I can do. So I am successful. In this economy, if I can just pay my bills, I'm good. I really am good. The bar is low for success these days. Okay, what is a recent lesson that God has been teaching me? I think it's honesty. Yeah. And more so like honesty with God than even with other people. Because if you aren't fully honest with God, it doesn't make sense to be fully honest with people. And so I think I am learning that God is not afraid of my bad feelings. And I don't even want to say like bad, but like what we perceive as negative emotions like anger, disappointment, frustration, all of those things. Like God's not afraid of them. He's not afraid for you to be like, hey, I'm kind of mad at you today, or like, hey, I'm disappointed in you today. He's not afraid of that. Like if you are feeling that, you should just take that to him. And I am learning that for myself because I did grow up feeling like you can't be mad at God. And that just, it isn't true. You can be mad. There's just like a certain way to do it. Like don't go crazy. But it's okay to have these feelings. And when you're honest with God about where you are, that's when you start the healing process. I remember sometime last year, I was like, God, like something feels off. Like I just feel like you're so far away from me. And I don't know why. Like I wake up, I'm reading my Bible every day, I lead worship every Sunday, but I just feel like you're so far away. And I will never forget this. Okay, this is how God talks to me. Okay, it doesn't mean anything about how he talks to you, but this is how he talks to me. But he just was like, girl, it's because you're mad at me. Like, ma'am. And I was like, huh? And he was like, you've been mad at me for months and you just haven't wanted to talk to me about it. And that's why you feel like I'm so far away. It's because you're mad at me, but like I'm right here. And I just started crying. I was like, I'm so mad at you, but I haven't wanted to admit it. Like I haven't just wanted to say that. And I was mad because we had our 4th miscarriage and it was the furthest we'd gotten, and it really seemed like this was going to be the one. And when it wasn't, I was just like, I don't understand why you keep letting this happen. But after that conversation, after that little prayer time, I have never felt closer to God than in that moment. Um, and just, it was the honesty about accepting where I was and just being like, yeah, I'm mad and it's okay. I can be mad. I don't have to make myself not be mad, you know? Anyway, so God is teaching me how to be honest about my feelings. Who in my life has had the biggest impact on my faith? Easy answer, my grandma. I feel like that's such a cliche answer, but I did a Bible study with her last year for a couple of months, for many months actually. And she was just like telling me about her life and things that she has been through that obviously I didn't know when I was younger because I was a kid. And just listen to her talk about her life and see where she is now. I am like, girl, you're incredible. Like, you are amazing. Your faith is amazing. And the way that she loves God and loves people is truly an inspiration to me and how I want to love God and how I want to love people. So that's my girl. I love her so much. Okay, one thing I used to pray for that I have now, a walk-in closet. I know there's like obvious answers like my husband, my friends, my job, a walk-in closet. I wanted a walk-in closet so bad when I was a little kid, and I finally got it. And sometimes I just like stand in my closet, which is like, I know that walk-in closets are kind of the norm now, but it just is like still so cool to me. 8-year-old Lorena is still so excited and geeks out all the time in my closet. What keeps me grounded when everything feels like too much? 1,000% my husband. When I am like stressed, all I need is a hug. I just need a hug. That's it. That's it. That's all I need from him. What's a dream that I'm quietly holding on to? It is having babies. Which isn't like a quiet dream, right? Like, people know that I've had miscarriages. People know that like we want to have kids, but it's really, really hard to keep your faith and keep your hope alive when you're going through all of this. And so it isn't something that I talk about a lot because I go through seasons of feeling like it's never going to happen and feeling like it's definitely going to happen. And so I try to just like kind of keep it to myself. It's like a known thing, but it's still like on the hush hush. Ooh, this is a good one. How have my friendships changed in this season of life? Oh boy. I have been in a long season of grief, and it has affected how I can show up for my friends. I haven't been able to like be as emotionally present for my friends, which typically I would be. I feel like before this season, like I was more so like checking on people, like, are you good? How are you? Blah, blah, blah. But now in this season, like I am the one being checked on. And to me, that is like a true mark of friendship, is that you can adapt. I always think of like me and my best friend. We've been best friends for 13 years, and we have seen each other through so many different seasons, and all we do is adapt to what the other is going through. Okay, what makes me feel the most me? Oh gosh, I think it is being around people who know me and like just laughing and like having a good time and like not being afraid of like doing something stupid and feeling embarrassed, but like just existing. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's when I feel the most myself, is around people who truly love me and who would never judge me or criticize me, and they just let me exist in their presence. Thanks for hanging with me through all of these rambles. I would love to hear your answers to any of these questions too, so feel free to drop them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to stick around. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.